Continuing with things to add to your calendar on the Now Morning Show, we're going to the Parish of San Rafael for some upcoming events, their Harvest Rebirth, and a Patois Mas and Creole Day. Joining us this morning in studio is Michelle Mora-Foderingham, the principal of Talparo RC School and committee member of the San Rafael RC Church. Good morning and welcome.
Bonjour, bonjour, merci. Thank you very much.
There we go, what he said. Merci beaucoup. It's a pleasure to have you with us in studio this morning, especially for two events that are so beneficial and bring community together. We all love a harvest, but we also love Mass being celebrated rather in a special way. So before we get into the Patois and Creole Day, let's speak a little bit about the harvest that's going to be happening on the 28th of September.
So this harvest is very, very special because we named it, it has been rebranded Rebrith.
Okay.
Why? There has been an absence of the harvest from its traditional home, which is the San Rafael Recreational Ground, which is opposite the church. And I think even though we had harvests recently, last 2 years, I think people missed the traditional home. So this year it's special because we are back with a bang and it's rebirth.
Yeah, and now, of course, as with many harvests, it's going to start with a Holy Mass. So what time does Mass start?
Mass is at 9 a.m. and we are fortunate to have our brand new priest with us, Father Raymond Francis, because we haven't had our own priest attached to the parish for maybe more than a year. So it's very exciting, a very exciting time for us. So we are happy to have him to celebrate Holy Mass at 9 a.m.
Well, it's beautiful because now we see the rebirth come into play even more. Definitely full circle happening. You know, with harvest, many things we look forward to is not just the parish coming together, but also, of course, the stalls, the good food, the entertainment. Can you walk us through what we can expect on the day?
So we have quite a bit of stores, of course, the traditional stores. I believe we have about 16 stores. Wow. We have entertainment by the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service Band. Entertainment starts at 4 p.m. We also have Los Buenos Paranderos. We have Los Alumnos de San Juan, Freetown Collective, and much more. Of course, the traditional stores. Yes, I see a smile on the side there. Freetown Collective, you know. So, and of course, we have all these exciting things going on. We have food. Right, so the food, we're asking people to come and really join us in this new renaissance. Yeah. You know, so it's going to be an exciting time.
Now, this is an exciting time that's happening this weekend, but the Parish of San Rafael, of course, is made up of different churches, including Talparo. And coming up in October is going to be a Patois Mas and Creole Day. Can you walk us through that?
So that one, I am actually more involved in the planning and execution of that event. So that event is going to be on the 12th of October. And the purpose of that event is to commemorate International Creole Month, which is October. You know, so one of the things we looked at why we have this Mass, because we had a lot of aged people in the community and they could not make it to Paramin. Paramin, they are the ones who actually pioneered the Creole Mass. And going there, I realized, well, wait now, I can't bring these people here. So why not do it in Talparo? And the first Patois Mass we had was in 2017. Of course, during the COVID, we didn't have anything, but we have continued since then. The good thing about it is, which is really a bad thing, a lot of our elderly have passed away. But before they did, they were very, very grateful that they were able to experience it in their native language, so to speak. You know, so this is one of the reasons why we do this Patois Mas. It's also followed by our cultural program. It's free. We invite, it's a celebration. It's not set in any particular structure because sometimes we have surprise visits. Last year we had Extempo, we had Contender, and Black Sage. Stefan Fellman, he was our MC last year. So we invite a lot of people to come. It's a real celebration. Paramin comes down, you know, and it's really a celebration of our culture.
It sounds like it's going to be something that is very memorable and has been memorable since 2017. And good to know that we still see the parish community and investment coming together to ensure that regardless of what stage you are in life or your location, you're going to be able to access that which is going to bring you closer to the divine. One of the things you mentioned is the cultural show happening afterwards. Yes?
Yes. What we do, part of the objective of doing the Patois Mas is to revitalize the Patois and to take the elderly back down memory lane. So one of the things we do for the younger children learn better when they do and when they sing and when they perform. So we have our students from Talparo RC Primary School. They would be doing a little belly dance. They would sing folk songs. Sometimes they even include an old-time calypso. So besides being a Creole Day celebration, we also acknowledge Calypso History Month, which is October. So we do that by introducing calypsos that people have forgotten. You know, of course, we have the traditional sasai. We wouldn't have the children singing that if you knew what it meant, you know, but we would have Shagwanes is burning down, Mama, Shagwan Krabule, Mama and folk songs and Bella songs, stick fighting songs, because Talparo is a community of stick fighting and bongo traditionally. So it's a sort of revitalization and preservation of our culture and heritage.
It's really incredible to understand now and see the way that the theme resonates with the community itself. And I will say also previous generations, because we know a lot of people who would have left that area, moved out, but do still come home when it's time for these things. So hats off to you and the community. This is taking place
on the 12th of October.
Okay, the 12th of October, and it's at the Talparo RC Church grounds, correct?
So the harvest is at San Rafael RC Church, and the Creole Day celebrations with the Patois Mas would be on October 12th, and we are fortunate at Talparo RC, and we are fortunate to have Father Matthew Ragbill. It's interesting that we are getting priests to come on board to learn the patois, and we are hoping to do all of this in patois one day, the order of the Mass and everything, so we would have something standardized throughout Trinidad and Tobago.
That is absolutely wonderful. Looking forward to seeing Father Matthew speak patois, do an entire Mass in patois as well. I know it will be memorable, and of course dear to those in the community who would have grown up in that and are having it come back home. So I just want to remind those of you who are joining us, the Harvest Rebirth, you can contact 643-8006 or 772-0095. And for the Parish of San Rafael's Patois Mas and Creole Day, which is taking place in Talparo, you can contact 643-8006, 496-2601, or 4710-0873. Now, you're seeing the information there on your screen. We have a little bit of time for a little bit of fun, because as a principal, you have ensured that you brought some learning on set for us.
Of course, because part of the Creole Day celebration, you have to learn some Creole as well.
Okay. So we have here when it was brought to Trinidad and Tobago, 1783, and it's still spoken today in Haiti, Guadeloupe, Martinique, Dominica, St. Lucia, Venezuela, and right here at home, Parliament. Yeah. And what was interesting is the sheet that you shared with us are some of the patois words that we still use every single day. But you speak so fluently. You said good morning without even...
I'm not fluent. Don't be fooled.
Is there one particular phrase that is your favorite?
I have many. But I like muela, muela. You know, a long time people would say, how are you going? I there. It actually came from that phrase, muela. I'm there. I'm there.
That was my new phrase moving forward.
Very simple. So when anybody asks you, how are you? Muela.
Wonderful. Muela. See, it's beautiful to know that our language still exists, but it's beautiful to see also the consistent community and love, and the fact that there is still that drive to preserve it. Is there anything that you'd like to share with Trinidad and Tobago before we wrap, per the upcoming events, or what's happening in the Parish of San Rafael?
Yes, besides our Creole Day celebrations at Talparo, there's also going to be a Creole Day celebration at Paramin. They are my people, so you know I have to pick them up. So on the 26th of October, they would be having their Patois Mas at Paramin RC Church. There's also going to be an event hosted by the National Trust, because everybody's coming on board, which is a wonderful thing. They have a lecture and a wine tasting event on the 27th.
Wonderful. So many
October.
things to look forward to, looking forward to learning more, and hopefully having you back on so we can discuss how the evolution of this is taking place.
Yes, merci pour tout bagay. Thank you for everything.
You're welcome. I don't know how to say that, but I will say they have a break coming up, and there's more right after this. Stay tuned. How do we say it?